What's up, guys, and welcome back to Lazy Couch Thoughts. Today we're going to be talking about the Antonio Brown signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The signing occurred late last week, and there's honestly a lot of things to break down, so let's dig right in. Brown's season last year was anything but ordinary. Antonio was first traded from Pittsburgh to Buffalo overnight one night, and then later the next morning we found out that trade was canceled for whatever reason. So after that trade fell through, he was traded from Pittsburgh to the Raiders. John Gruden thought he could put the reins on Antonio, but a lot of controversy sparked at practice over his helmet. You see, his helmet was an older helmet, and it didn't quite meet the standards for NFL helmets anymore, given the updates for the concussion protocols. After long battles with Coach Gruden and the Raiders, they eventually released Antonio, making him a free agent. The Patriots quickly signed Antonio to give Tom Brady an extra weapon that he desperately needed, and with the thinking that Tom and Bill Belichick would be able to control his antics. In fact, it worked. It was a great matchup for Antonio as he scored a touchdown in his first game with the Patriots against Miami. But the problem came after a week whenever he was accused of his second domestic violence charge. This caused Bill and the Patriots to release him, and Antonio Brown didn't play football again for the rest of the season. In fact, Sean Payton and the Saints actually brought him in for a workout late in the season, but Sean Payton and the Saints never signed Antonio because of the way he acted at his workouts. See, Antonio brought a bunch of friends with him to the workouts, and they all recorded everything on Instagram and started spreading the word all over social media that the Saints were looking to sign him. Because of this, Sean and the Saints deemed him too immature to be added to their team. So Antonio technically never played again in the 2019 NFL season. In the offseason, he was hit with an 8-game suspension for violating multiple NFL conduct policies. But now he's reconnecting with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay as they look to go win a Super Bowl. I honestly gotta say, I don't really like the signing for Tampa Bay for quite a few reasons. The first reason would be they already have Mike Evans, they have Chris Godwin, and they also have the emergence of Scotty Miller. You see, they already have arguably 2 top 8 or so receivers in the NFL, so I think adding Antonio Brown, even as talented as he is, it just seems like a waste. Obviously, anyone would jump to get a player of Antonio Brown's caliber, but the problem is he's known to be a locker room cancer. And because of this, and because of Tampa's high level of talent already at the wide receiver position, I just don't understand why you would risk a chance of losing your locker room like that. Another reason why I don't really like the move is because it kind of feels like it's a way for Tom Brady to try and win the breakup with Bill Belichick. You see, Bill Belichick wasn't really the biggest fan of Antonio Brown whenever they first signed him, but Tom Brady was. In fact, Antonio Brown actually lived with Tom Brady and Giselle for the few weeks that he was on the Patriots. So this whole thing kind of feels like it's Tom trying to get back at Bill, saying you don't know, I'm going to go win without you, as they're both trying to win their breakup. All in all, if there is a hole in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, it's not at the wide receiver position. It would more likely be in the secondary. And with fellow locker room cancer Earl Thomas out there and all pro safety, I don't understand why you wouldn't risk this gamble on the player in need and not a position that really isn't needed. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to say that I do think Antonio Brown would be awesome in a Bruce Arians offense, but I don't know how effective he would be with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's arm's not really what it used to be, and with fellow deep threat Chris Godwin already there and big body Mike Evans, I just don't see how he'll have enough to keep them all relevant in the same week. As a Chris Godwin fantasy owner, I'm not excited about this at all, but as a Saints fan, I'm kind of impartial. I honestly don't think Tom Brady's arm strength is there to fully utilize the talents of those 3 starting receivers in a Bruce Arians offense. But all things considered, I'm not really worried as a Saints fan. I don't think this changes the outscape of the division that much. To wrap up, I do think Antonio Brown's a fantastic football player. He was one of the best receivers in football while he played, but taking a locker room cancer and a guy that hasn't played in over a year and putting it into that locker room, I just don't think it was the wisest thing that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could have chose to done. Nevertheless, Antonio Brown is a Buck now, and I can't wait to see how that plays out in our division. And that wraps up today's Lazy Couch Thoughts. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.